Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Welcome back to another War Robots video. Today I will be showcasing the new Hawk robot at Mk2 max level. I am running the energy machine guns, Nucleon and Quarker. Everything is maxed out, except for I think one of the Quarkers. So I just showed you guys the pilot skills. In the following footages, I was messing around with the modules and stuff. In this game, I used the quantum radar with the overdrives. I think I eventually did use thermo nukes, and then I tried out Deathmark and Jump Unit. So something I found useful about the quantum radar was June's, Nightingales, Loki's, stuff like that. They're not a problem. June's a big threat to the Hawk outside of its ability, and if the Hawk had no weakness like that, then it would have had to have an emergency nerf. But the Hawk is very vulnerable outside of the ability, and stuff like June's or Nightingale suppression, that really annoys the Hawk. So I found quantum radar really useful. Like here, I'm burning up that Spectre, and then an June does come at me on my left side, which I was able to use quantum radar to burn mid-flight as well. Now, something I found useful about the jump unit was, in games such as Beacon Rush, you could really dodge. If a Scorpion teleports to you, you could jump away, or if you're in danger, you could just jump away instead. I was gonna consider phase shift and advanced healing. Like you can see here, I'm burning up that June. He was mid-flight, but now he's dead. But I was considering phase shift and healing, but I realized 3 seconds isn't enough for the Hawk to actually run away, as this is actually a very slow bot compared to the other ones that we're used to. And the healing amount depends on the robot's hit points, and the Hawk has a very low health pool. This is what you'd call a glass cannon, where it's extremely strong during the ability and has a lot of weapons, but outside of the ability, it's really weak. So I personally thought that the best modules were the jump unit and the quantum radar. The Deathmark is nice, but having to spend 40 power cells on every opponent is pretty expensive. I'd much rather spend like 20 or 30 to save my life. So here I'm burning up another June mid-flight, which is why I really like the quantum radar, but it's usually more of like a TDM kind of thing, because in Beacon Rush, players tend to be a lot more aggressive, so you kind of want to hide. And the jump unit makes you look much cooler. The Hawk is a very cool bot, a cool move I thought of was you could jump at like a Titan or something, and then go in a flight, and it's just really cool, very satisfying. So back to the Deathmark, I don't think it's very worth it on this spot because the gun is already strong enough. And, well, unless it's not strong enough, then you could use a Deathmark, but assuming yours is like high level, you really don't need a Deathmark, it destroys everything. So I really tried to take out that Butch there, but I kind of failed. He got back into cover, luckily. So I have 2 games, I think. This is in TDM, so I'm playing a bit safer. I personally think that TDM is the best game mode for the Hawk, because you don't really need to play like that aggressively. You kind of just sit back, snipe, and all you really need to avoid is make sure that you don't land close to opponents. Whereas in Beacon Rush, sometimes you're forced to stay and defend beacons, or drop on a beacon, and what happens if there's someone behind you or something, right? So I kind of found that TDM is a really good game mode for the Hawk, like the Scorpion, because it has low beacon control. So here we have the first Titan, which is an Arthur. This bot counters everything, regular bots, nearly every Titan. The only thing that is a bit troubling, So the only thing that could be a bit of a trouble for the Hawk is the Arthur, because the Arthur's shield is very strong. So it would actually take you multiple flights. That's not a problem for the Hawk, but it's time consuming. So I kind of just, took out everyone but the Arthur. You can see I sniped a Jeopard. I think I got the Butch out of the way. Yeah, I did try to have a crack at the shield, but I switched to the guy behind him. That Inquisitor, I pre-quantum radared, which is another reason why I like the quantum radar. And now I'm just waiting for my ability back. In the Hawk, it took me a while to get used to this, but because I've never really had the chance to play glass cannon, I really don't think so. The Leech, I guess, counts as a glass cannon, but That one has really high brawling capabilities. In the Spectre, I never really got a chance to play. The Ares, by the time I played the Ares, the meta was already over, so I never really had the chance to play glass cannon that was like a long range kind of glass cannon. So here you have an Ao Ming. That one looks pretty leveled. You can see my health bar is actually going down relatively low. But look how much damage I'm doing in return. I nearly took out that entire Titan in one flight. So back to the glass cannon thing. I actually took me a few games to get used to the Hawk's playstyle. What I found would happen a lot is I would kind of just like land too close to the enemy or kind of get reckless with the Hawk or too aggressive, and then I would end up getting myself taken out, which really wasn't good. You really want to, again, just sit back, relax, go close only during the ability, take big circles, similar to the Ao Jun, but I hadn't played the Ao Jun in so long. I kind of gave up on it after like the Avenger nerf. So I sniped that guy before he could go into stealth. And then I am waiting for my ability back because I do not know what bot this guy is in. And then there's another Ming spawns to my right side. So the bot is revealed to be a Phantom. I took some pot shots at it before he noticed me, and I quickly got in a flight. Look at this. Pay close attention to the Ao Ming. Look at his hit points. I smoked that entire Titan in one flight. That's why I think this robot is crazy. It's so strong. I don't know what Pixonic did to the Hawk, but on the test server it was pretty balanced. I mean, didn't do that much, but on the live server it's like they got like a super buff. And then I tried to take out the Ravana and then I got taken out. Then for the rest of the game I just dropped into the Ao Ming. I didn't fire because I realized that that was a really good run. I did take out two bots, a Loki and a Lancelot, but that was because they were stalling too much time. You could see here's the Lancelot. No one was killing us, so I just took him out. And that happened to be a last spawn enemy team. But I wanted to see how much I did just off the Hawk alone. So here's the victory, and then look at the scoreboard. 4.3 million, 18 kills. So the Hawk itself did about 4 million and 16 kills. 16 kills with one bot. One bot out of 4. Absurd. Okay, so now we're doing Beacon Rush. So I'm in the Hawk again. We're on Rome map. And this time I equipped the jump module. It's really fun. I love the jump module. It's very fun on any bot. Especially on a bot with like a flying ability, because as I said previously, the jump flying animation is really cool. So, playing it safe, okay, trying to find some guy within 500. I smoked up this Ares, nearly smoked it up until he brought up his shield. So I might use Shield Breaker, but I really don't think it's necessary because I just don't see enough Pantheon robots to have to use Shield Breaker. So I really wanted to take out that Ares, but I never really got the chance to. He was playing it smart. So firing into Rome, nearly took out that dash bot over there until he quickly got into cover, but I think I got him in the end. I think it's here. Yeah. Okay, he's dead. Now this Ares has used his ability, so I think I fly up and take him out. I'm not sure. Okay, I'm waiting for the suppression to end first of all, and then I fly up. Oh no, I jump. Yeah, stylist points. 100% fashion. I love the Hawk. Do you think the Hawk needs a nerf? I actually think that the Hawk needs like an emergency nerf. This thing literally counters everyone. Like, look, it's not just the Titans. And even then, it counters Titans way too well. Okay, barely sniping that guy. That was a really nice kill. I personally think that they should first of all reduce, only have defense mitigation for Titans. I think that it's kind of stupid to have defense mitigation for regular bots as well. Yeah, I know that the hit points are really low and it's very weak outside the ability, but during the ability and if you play it smart, it's way too deadly. Like, I've seen other YouTubers like AD or Kitty or something, they lasted entire games with 1 or 2 Hawks. So here's a downside, you know, there's a Ravana on my beacon, he just took it in my face. But look at my hit points, 80, 85, 86,000. This bot has absolutely no defense capabilities whatsoever, which is the only thing close to balance for this bot. If it did have defense capabilities, I promise you Pixonic would nerf it immediately, like 2-3 days after. Because this thing will literally break the game. During the ability, you got this invincible cannon. Inside the ability, whatever they thought of. Thankfully, they didn't give it much hit points and they made it slow. So this Nightingale trying to take my beacon, I quickly jump back on it. And you can see we are really down on beacons. Like, really down. But I think we did end up winning the game. So the Hawk burning this guy up real quick. Okay. Let's land and take back the beacon. And again, watching my hit points, watching my ability cooldown, playing it very careful, very safe. So, jump up, take this guy out. Very nice. Now I have my ability back. So now I'm going to use it very wisely. I do not want to sacrifice the ability or anything. So I'm sniping this Ravana. Nearly take him out too. So the Ravana is about dead now. Yes, no, phase shift. Now he's dead, right? Yeah, basically, Ravana is dead. Okay, let's take that guy out. Now this guy, take him out. Now there's a Titan. There was a Titan. It's dead now. Okay, this Titan's shooting at me. He got me to my last stand. I'm hiding in cover. Now this is a pretty cool sequence here. So I'm looking at my ability timer. Now that my ability is basically back now, what I'm doing is trying to close distance, jump, press the ability, and take out the Titan. Very cool transition there. That's why I like the jump unit. I probably said it like 10 times by now, but that's really why I love the jump unit. So I tried to snipe the leech, but he unfortunately still had his ability back. And now I'm taking center beacon. Okay, got center. It's currently 3v4. So I'm gonna poke my head out on the left side. Take this guy out. Living Legend. There's another guy on the right. Living Legend. Take this guy out as well. He's using his leeching ability, so he decided to go in a flight. And there's another Living Legend. And that's about it. So in the next few clips, it's just me showing it's just the Hawk doing Hawk things, getting kill streaks or killing Titans. But that's about it for this video. So what do you guys think about this robot? Do you guys think it's too strong, too weak, need to buff, need to nerf? Let me know in the comments below. And until then, I'll see you guys next time.